7 tips on naming your dog. These 7 tips on naming your dog will help you build a strong relationship with your companion, knowing that your dog will perceive his name as music for his ears. Discover some simple rules to ensure your dog's name is perfect. 1. Keep it different from other cues. It's often forgotten that a name from a dog's perspective is simply another cue that tells him to pay attention to you and follow your directions. If your dog has been already trained, most likely he's very familiar with certain cues such as sit, down, heel, leave it, watch, drop and stay. So you want to pick a name that doesn't sound too similar to these words. If your dog is a puppy, and has not been obedience trained yet, then you'll have to be careful about names that are going to sound too similar to the cues you'll be using in the future. Advanced planning is important, but if you really like a name that might be confused with a certain training cue, then for sake of clarity, you may want to change the word used as a training cue to avoid confusion. Here are a few examples of sound-alike names that may sound too similar to training cues. Brown or clown may sound too similar to the training cue down. K, Fay or may sound too similar to the cue stay. Fill or steal may sound similar to heel. Butch or catch may sound similar to watch. Tidbit, Smith, quick, pit or kit may sound too similar to sit. The name Oliver may be confused with the trick cue rollover. Fortunately, nowadays there are extensive dog name options, and choosing a name that doesn't sound too similar to regular training cues should be quite easy. But wait, there's more to keep into consideration when choosing your dog's name. 2. Keep it short and sweet. Ideally, dog names should not be longer than 2 syllables. This way you can pronounce the name quickly in the circumstance where you need your dog's immediate attention. 3. Use strong consonants. Look for names with sharp consonants. What consonants are considered sharp?
The letters P, K and D are consonants that make quite an impact.
According to Patricia McConnell, these hard consonants are known for creating broadband sounds, just like those produced by clickers, that carry a lot of energy and are great for capturing a dog's attention. For those interested in neuroscience, interestingly, the sounds produced by such consonants are more prone to stimulate a dog's acoustic receptor neurons in the brain, compared to flatter sounds such as those produced by vowels or soft consonants. Of course, a name with sharp consonants isn't a must, as you can train a dog to pay attention to any name if you work on creating positive associations. But hard consonants along with no more than 2 syllables can make a difference, especially if your dog is a working dog, or engaged in dog sports when you might need his immediate attention. 4. To each their own. If you own 2 dogs, try your best to give them names that are easy to distinguish from one another. So no Dixie and Pixie. You don't want them to feel confused, or you'll end up always having 2 dogs rushing towards you when you only were planning to call one. 5. Avoid repeating it over and over. It's important to not make the big mistake of pronouncing a dog's name over and over without giving it a meaning. Don't fall into the broken record trap often seen, when owners repeatedly say their dog's name, inadvertently making their names less and less powerful, up to a point that the dog starts caring less about all the meaningless blabbering. 6. Give your dog's name a meaning. Imagine the process of giving your dog's name its meaning as charging a battery. You want to make your dog's name more and more powerful through powerful associations. And how can we form these powerful associations? With things and activities your dog loves and looks forward to every day. Food is always a great incentive to start with. In a quiet room with little distractions going on, pronounce your dog's name. The moment he turns around, toss a treat on the floor. Now, wait for him to wander away a bit from you. Call his name again. The moment he turns around again, toss a treat on the floor. Repeat several times. When your dog gets the idea, you can now incorporate some fun training if your dog is trained already. Say your dog's name. The moment he has your attention, ask him to sit or respond to some other cue he knows. Then reward him with praise and treats. 7. Supercharge it and make it powerful. Now, It's time to make your dog's name music for his ears. You want your dog to love hearing his name, because it means so many wonderful things. Here are some 7 extra tips to power up your dog's name. 1. Say your dog's name followed by the cue "come" when it's mealtime. 2. When you have a brand new toy, hide it behind your back, call him and give the toy as a reward. 3. Impress your dog. Call your dog, and instead of rewarding him with one treat, scatter several treats, or even pieces of treats, on the ground for him to search for. 4. Don't just give your dog a bone. Instead, hide that too behind your back, and give it to your dog as a reward for hearing his name, followed by the cue "come." 5. If your dog loves walks, or going on car rides, use his name and reward by presenting the collar and leash, or opening the car door. 6. Never use your dog's name and ask him to come when something negative is about to follow. Like saying your dog's name and calling him and giving him a bath if he dreads baths. This is like uncharging that battery you work so hard to charge, weakening it and possibly leading to a dog who is more and more tentative to respond to his name and come when called. 7. Keep your dog's name always positive, fun, upbeat and meaningful for your dog. Have fun training.
Please like us and subscribe for more fascinating dog discoveries.